Hello and welcome to the show. I'm your host, Ernest Lee. Welcome to PCC Outreach. Again, the show that lets you know all the great things that are going on at Pitt Community College, the things that you know, the things that you don't know, and of course, all the things that you know, we want to make sure that you let someone else know about the great things that are going on at Pitt Community College. So, as always, know that anything that you hear on this show about the community college things that are going on, we want to make sure that as deputies out there listening and watching the show, that you pass on any information. We want kids to do prepare themselves, as I would say, and that is getting registered for the semesters that are coming up, because semesters come up so fast, and we want the kids to be prepared. We want you to be prepared, not just the kids, but the adults, the young adults, anybody that goes to Pitt Community College or trying to go to Pitt Community College. We want you to prepare yourself to come out there. As always, we're still holding that seat for you, but we have a guest in the studio today to talk about a program that's going on at Pitt Community College. So we want to welcome him to the show, and we're going to just say, first of all, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, and Mr. Steffen McGhee, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Steffen, tell us a little bit first about what you do at Pitt Community College.
My position is the Visions College Coordinator, and the Visions program is a career development and scholarship program designed to help students be equipped to transition effectively from high school to college.
Okay, now, you said a mouthful in that one statement, transitioning from high school to college. So while I have you here on the show, we're going to give a little more information on the Visions process. And I would ask just that question because I'm sure somebody's watching the show probably don't know what the Visions program is. So what is that process when you're talking about high school to college? Especially Pitt Community, high school to Pitt Community College.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. So the way it starts is we recruit students in high school as juniors. And the primary goal of Visions is to get students graduated from high school and increase the graduation rate for high school students. And the students that we target are usually students that wouldn't traditionally consider going to college, or they may be considering college but don't know what it takes or the pathway to get there. So we recruit those students and we help them. The intention is for them to graduate high school and to come to Pitt Community College. So that's why we focus on the 6 county high schools in Pitt County. And again, we go over the process of what it takes to be successful in college. We go over the steps to apply, including the financial aid process, and we walk them through those things. And we walk the parents through them as well, so they have a clear understanding of what it's going to take for them to be successful at the next level. And as long as they follow through with the requirements of the Visions program, then we provide them with scholarship money to come to PCC to help them get on the right track.
Okay, and I would ask the question because I want that light bulb to go off on somebody that they're going to make a phone call to you, when they see this show. And I would ask, I guess, the requirements. Okay, and I'll ask this straight out: do I have to be a straight A student in school to be in this program?
Absolutely not. Our requirements are the GPA range that we're looking for are students that fall between 2.0 and 3.2. So again, the students that usually have the higher GPAs, 4.0, they usually have a clear path for what they're going to do. So we want to address those students who, they may not be considering college, or they may not be sure that college is for them, and just need some help. And some guidance on that pathway to help them tool up, so to speak, to prepare to engage in college.
Now, and also, if you're talking about a 2.0 student to 3.2, now this does not rule out a person that has a better GPA than 3.2 and they don't have a clear path because they have a good GPA.
Correct.
Because some students are out there.
Very true. So we're not ruling those students out that have higher GPA.
Just want to make that clear.
Correct. Correct. We do have students that have higher GPAs, and again, they do need some help, especially financial assistance. So one of the other requirements is that the family income level be $60,000 or less of those that apply. What that helps us do is, a lot of times the families that have that income below that will qualify for financial aid. So they'll get financial aid to go go to school, but Visions will also be in addition to that to help them with any unexpected expenses or other costs associated with attending school, like books and things like that.
Now, as far as the Vision program, before I wrap up this session here on the Visions, how do a person get in contact with the school if they're interested in the Vision program? Because you're talking about 6 high schools here in the county. We're the largest county I know in the East with this many high schools.
Correct.
And and to reach out with this program, I think is absolutely phenomenal to have this program here. But now, if people are listening to the show, they've never heard of the Visions program, and their kid may fall in that line, or like I said, you may have someone, a nephew, niece, or cousin, or whatever, that you can pass the information on to someone else. What would they do if they haven't heard about the program? It's in the high school, and you know how kids are. They're going home, should be taking the information home, and it doesn't get taken home. So if I ask the question, what is the first thing I need to do, second thing, or the third thing, what do I need to do to get in contact with you or someone about the Visions program?
All right, so my position is more engaged on the college side. So once students transition to college, we do have 2 high school coordinators, Rebecca Warren and Jim Shallow. But the direct contact to initiate a response about Visions would be with the CDCs in the high schools, the career development coordinators. The career coaches can also provide information, and each school has designated career development coordinators as well as career coaches that have information about Visions, application, and the requirements and things of that nature. Now, we did just conclude our recruitment for this new class, but we do this every year, and we've been reaching out and making an intentional effort to reach out to some of the schools that we didn't get as many students as we would like. So I think Farmville was one of the schools that we could definitely use a few more students that are interested in the Visions program and who may fit the criteria, who would be good fits. Okay.
Now, and I guess but you also involved with minority male mentoring program.
Correct.
And there are some great things going on there that you want to tell us about today.
Absolutely.
And so I'm not even going to try to steal your thunder. I'm going to let you go for it. Tell us what's going on.
All right. Well, the biggest event that we have coming up is the inaugural Maine Summit. Maine standing for Males Addressing Issues and Needs. So what it is going to be a summit that's going to be hosted by PCC on December 18th from 8 to 3, and we're targeting males, high school seniors from the schools, and we have a program that's in the high schools now that's a part of Pitt Community College's Minority Male Success Initiative, which is called Upper Echelon. So the participants that are in Upper Echelon will be the participants that come from each school to the summit. And what we'll do is we have some speakers coming in to do some concurrent seminars that are addressing the unique challenge of being a male, and specifically a minority male today and age, and some of the obstacles that you may come across, the barriers, and how to address those things and be successful as a male in the community.
Now, when is this event taking place again?
This event again is on December the 18th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m.
Okay, now again, what's the first thing I need to do? Now, I know you guys are doing some recruiting of your own, and you have people coming in. But if people want to, I think my understanding is approximately 120
correct
guys that you've identified with
correct
this program. Again, when we talk about 6 high schools, and we talk about 120 guys, what's that, an average of 20 per high school? We're really not talking about a lot of minority males here.
Correct.
Based off what we have in the county, based off what we have in the schools.
Correct.
So I don't like to leave anybody out when there's great things going on, especially out at Pitt Community College. Now, if a person wanted to come and witness what's going on or see, is there any room for a person that they wanted to be connected to this to see what's going on?
Absolutely. We do have some there are some opportunities for people to volunteer. If they want to volunteer their time, their financial support, we're definitely open to that. But we want to focus on addressing the students specifically in the seminars and making sure we have the space to accommodate them first. So you can always email or contact myself or co-chair Jasmine Spain, who's also with PCC, to get more information about how you can be a part of the event. But the more the merrier. We want to get the message out and have a positive impact on the community as a whole, but we are providing a focus for the males from the Pitt County schools that are seniors.
Now, and I guess I would go back just a little bit here before I let you go, and you know, I kind of jumped ahead of the gun a little bit about the Minority Male Mentoring Program, and exactly what it does at Pitt Community College, other than this planned event that's coming up.
Okay, well, the Minority Male Success Initiative has its hands in a few things. We have some different committees. We have the Men's Resource Center, which does some events on campus specifically for the PCC students. We focus on issues that are affecting our male students, but we open it up to all students to come out and participate, and just to draw some attention to some potential barriers, and provide support for men on campus. We have the Upper Echelon Program, which we talked about, which is the focus for this event, is where we go into the high schools, and we have groups of about 20 minority males from each Pitt County high school, where we go in and provide professional development, character development, and address some of the unique barriers and challenges that affect minority men in the community and society, and try and tool them with the skills to be successful and overcome those challenges. Most recently, we started on PCC's campus, we started a scholarship, the Minority Male Success Initiative Scholarship, which we provide scholarship money for male students who may be coming into a challenge that's affecting their ability to be successful in the classroom on campus as a college student. And so we provide resources for them, whether it's just an initial hardship, whether they need additional funding for classes or for books or things like that, a bus pass, whatever the need is, we try to address it, whether it be financially or whether it be mentoring or whatever the case may be.
Now, I would ask this question in the high school as far as being connected to the Minority Male Program itself when you come to campus, but before, if you're in high school and what you guys doing now, from what you tell me, there's no unlimited space out there at a high school if a kid wants to become connected to the Minority Male Mentoring Program.
There's really not a specific cap that's set. We try to keep it at 20 just so we can be effective, because based on funding and the amount of staff that we have that can man those groups and run those groups, 20 is about as much as we can handle to be effective. When you get a group of 50, we have had groups of upwards of 50 students, but what we found is it's more effective the smaller the group. That way we can be more intimate and jump into those deep conversations with the students, and they can be more engaged. But as many students are willing to come, we want them to be involved and want to participate, and we can worry about the rest later, but we want to positively impact as many young men as we can.
Okay, and I guess I would ask the question, when a young man enrolled in Pitt Community College, and I know this is one of many programs that Pitt has going on to look at the retention of a student, not just enrolling in college, but all the programs they can get connected to, so that we can help them remain in school and finish the program that they start. You know, so I asked you, so again, before we go, I would like for you to probably just give us a quick notation on again, the program that's coming up, and for any information, how will the person get in contact with you?
All right, so the event is the inaugural main summit, which is males addressing issues and needs to positively impact the youth, specifically the male youth and minority men. It'll be December 18th from 8 to 3. And again, it'll be targeted for the upper echelon, the young men that are involved in upper echelon within the 6 Pitt County high schools.
Okay. My guest is Mr. Steffen McGhee.
Yes, sir.
I want to say Stephen for some reason. Steffen McGhee with Pitt Community College has been my guest today with the Visions Program, Minority Male Mentoring Program. And as always, I got to ask you, you got to look over my show. You got to look in the camera here and let these people know that you're going to come back and talk to them again real soon about the great things that are going on at Pitt Community College.
As long as you will have me, I'll be more than happy to come back and inform you of the great things that Pitt Community College has going on.
That's what I'm talking about. As always, remember the things that you have heard here. Remember to pass them on in your community, in your church, at work. It does not matter where this information goes. What we say here is not a secret. We want people to know all these great things that are going on at Pitt Community College. And as you have been deputized to let people know, you also know that if you're listening, you also know that we have a seat out there for you. We want you to prepare yourself to come and get that seat. I don't care how many people come out there to that community college. We will not give your seat away. Your name is on it. You've heard it here several times. Your seat is there until you come and join us at Pitt Community College and do what you need to do. So until next week, we'll see you then with a brand new show.